do, Mr. Speaker. I think we can all agree that it's been a long session, and I can honestly say that those of us on this side of the House have learned a lot. Particularly helpful, Mr. Speaker, have been the deep, probing questions posed to this government by its own members. Indeed, we on this side of the House have been inspired by the tone and tenor of these PC backbenches over the last 6 weeks, so much so that I'm going to take a page out of their book. To the Minister of Energy, why are you so awesome?
Like all of you, I'm just dying to hear the answer. However, let's be reminded of the rules. Questions ought not to seek opinion, but we did allow one new member some leeway. We'll allow this one as well. Let's hear your answer, Honourable.
With the facts. Mr. Speaker, the 13th Prime Minister of Canada, the Right Honourable John George Diefenbaker, was fond of pointing out that when you're hunting big game, don't get distracted by rabbit tracks. This government, Mr. Speaker, this government has been hunting big game for Albertans. We've been building the province, we're building the future, we're building relationships, and they would have us all.
While the Speaker can't possibly imagine a supplemental, I'd just be most anxious to know if you have it. Shaw.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Minister formerly known as Dr. No, or for those not familiar with the Honourable Member's past, Transportation. Given that you have showered money and gifts all over our great province in the forms of roads, bridges and interchanges, and every Albertan should be grateful for those gifts, why are you so awesome?
You know, if I allow it once, I have to allow it again. So, Honourable Member.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I couldn't possibly live up to what just happened, but I do remember an advertisement for a game when I was young, and the answer to the question was, it's in the wrist action. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
I think that would be a good place to stop. Member, did you have a final supplement?
I do, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. And finally to the Deputy Premier. Don't worry, we haven't forgotten about you. As someone who has been dealt a somewhat unfortunate follicle hand and has to sit across from you daily and be taunted by your proverbial royal flush, why is your hair so awesome?
Because it rises every time I hear questions coming from the other side. Mr. Speaker, it rises every time I realize that taxpayers actually are paying their salary for this. Mr. Speaker, it rises knowing that all these members on this side are working for Albertans. They're trying to build hospitals, schools, and senior homes, and working for Aboriginal communities, and this is what they're getting from Her Majesty, misguided opposition. Thank you.